Welcome to Brown's Rod and Custom, your home for street rods, muscle cars, and Volkswagen content. This is my dad, Big Ron. He's our body man and fabricator. This is my beautiful wife, Megan, our editor-in-chief and supporter. And this is me, Adam, the designer and mechanic for our projects. If you find our videos helpful, like and subscribe for more content. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. Happy Monday morning. We're back on the Apache. So let me show you where we're at and what we got and what we're doing. So thank God for these rollers. If you guys don't have rollers like this for your garage, just buy a set. They're lifesavers. I was able to roll this out by myself where it wasn't pinned against the wall. So I am going to be working on getting this fender off. Driver's side fender. The step on the other side. I got one bolt left. This contraption. And really about anything and everything that I can get off of this bed, including the rear bumper. So that we're down to just a completely disassembled bed in frame here, hopefully by the end of the day. This is what we've got on the bed side. Not bad. Not bad. Bauer should take all this right off. I did plug in some more lights and things so we actually could see what we're looking at here. If you guys are going to remove a fender off an Apache and you've never done it, you've got a series of bolts, okay? Starting here. Start right here. Boom, 2, 3, 4. That's your step bolts, okay? Those have to come off. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 more bolts, maybe 12. Actually, yes, definitely 12 because you have one right here that actually goes to the brace that goes to the fender, and I'll show you that in a second. So just remember, there's a lot of bolts. You've got these brackets that come out, like this one comes to here to hold the step. All of this stuff has to get unhooked, right? So be ready for that. You can see on this side all of the bolts, and they are that weird, I do not know the terminology for what this bolt actually is, what type, but they look like that. They're like a square D looking deal. And they don't come out at all. So just, if you got anything that looks like this truck, it's probably not coming out. You're going to drill them out or torch them out or do something to that effect. Cut them off. We chose to drill because we didn't want to mess up the bed. We want to actually use these bed sides, and I think we're going to be able to do that. And we will be removing this channel off of here, off of both sides in the end. So that's what I'm doing. I did go to Lowe's this morning and dropped Megan off at work, and I went to Lowe's. I picked up these Spider Mock Blue armor plated drill bits. Then I also bought a set of backups here. These DeWalt's titaniums. So hopefully between this and all of this and all the ones on the floor over here, I can get some of these out. We were running into the issue last night of we just got old drill bits that are worn out, need to sharpen them. And of course there's no time to do that, so bought I think $50 worth of drill bits. So that's what's happening here. Let me show you the rear fender we took off. So this is the back side of that rear fender, okay? Now, this is not rust you see here. This is the undercoating crap, right? It's really, you know, not terrible. Now we do have some spots to deal with. We have this here. And it's rough here, kind of rough. I think most of this will clean up. This, though, might be something we got to deal with right here. This section. And then over here, where that step was, this is pretty much gone, right? So you have, kind of looks like that. I'm going to see if they sell a patch panel for this. And we'll clean this up. But, that's what we're contending with on the fender that we're keeping. The other fender will be a new fender, so we won't have to deal with that. So just having to do one makes it a lot easier. These are the fender braces, guys, that I'm talking about. You see how they come up where we drilled out the bolt? Same here. And then you got one here. And then you had the one, obviously, that was holding the step. So, back up so you can actually see this. So that's kind of what we're dealing with here. Now the good news is the lip, the edge, the rolled edge here is good. All the way around. The fender is not in terrible shape. We have a little hole right here we got to deal with. That's not a big deal. But for the most part, I feel like I'm going to be able to take my bower and my scraper and come through here and just really clean this up pretty easily. You know, somebody did a patch here. Something was here at some point. But, you know, we'll take care of that as well. You can kind of see it on this side. See where it's right there. So that's what we're doing. Just kind of messing with this thing, trying to get it torn apart. I will probably pull the hood off of this today. Just because it's super simple. I just need to get it off of there anyway. And it's heavy. It gives me less weight to push around. But the goal here today is get this bed off of here. And try to have as many usable parts as possible from this bed. You know, this one's a little rougher. See got some cancer there, a little cancer there. I've got some rot down here by the step. Step might have to be replaced on this side. Maybe, we'll see. I've seen Ron make some amazing things. I've done some pretty cool things with metal, so maybe we can fix it. This fender is going away. I say going away, it's coming off the truck and never going back on. So that's a positive. So we don't care about any of this stuff or any of that. You know, that doesn't matter. We just need to get down to this bed rail. So anyway, guys, stay tuned. That's what I'm going to be working on. And I'll give you a shot of the thing out here in the sun. It's looking all pretty. I pulled her out a minute ago. Drove around the block. Running great. Just got to give her a bath and polish her out. And she's ready to go to her new home and get her pictures taken for her t-shirt and stuff. That's really exciting to me. I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, guys, stay tuned and we'll be back in a little bit. Hey guys, welcome back. We're hard at it over here. Got some of the bolts out. This one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. One down there, actually one over there. So right now, holding the fender on is this guy here. That one there in the middle, which I purposely left in. And then the step over here, I've got to get the bolts out that mount here and here on the underside of this, which would be back in there, which is not user friendly, but we're going to figure it out. And then we can have this fender off. And yeah, so getting there, guys. Big Ron's been working on the thing. Had a little issue with the e-brake where it just needed to be re-tightened up. So we got that done. Ron's been adjusting the brakes, and they're a whole lot better. So so that's good. Still running great, no issues there. Just little things, just trying to tweak this thing a little bit. He's working on this while I'm making all kinds of noise, cutting and grinding in here. And I'll show you our new car trailer, guys. This is our new car trailer, new to us. This is the one we took to Louisville, and took the thing to Louisville on, and went and got the Apache and all the things. That's the same trailer. We got this from Don as part of doing his car. And me and Don went actually today and got it put in our name and got us a new license plate and everything. So this is ours. So now what we're going to do, and you can expect to see this down the road, we're going to basically restore this car trailer. We got a little axle work to do. We want to paint it. We want to undercoat the our bed line underneath the inner fenders, or underneath the fenders. And we want to put a fairing on it, build a fairing for it, and replace all this wood with new wood, stain it, do the whole thing. Maybe put a little sand in there with it so it's not slippery. And just do some reinforcing once we pull the wood. Make sure that it's braced really good. And we're going to put new wheels and tires on it. So winch works good, box is great, no issues there. Everything works good on it. But yeah, this will be I'll do a whole series on how to rebuild a car trailer. And for you guys, we're gonna paint it flame red, just like the truck, to match the truck, and do all the things to it and put new wheels and tires on it and stuff. It'll look good. So stay tuned for that. We need to be able to go pretty much anywhere in the country at a moment's notice to go get something if we need to, and this is going to get us there, along with Big Red. And in order to do that, we also need to do the frame swap on Big Red. So that's another thing that's coming here relatively soon. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get back to it and see where we get. Try to get this fender off of here. I'm really close. So stay tuned. I'll have more for you tonight.
I'll be holding this now. Should I cut it here?
I would. I'd cut it right down there by the actual fender.
I did. Now what's holding this? And the only thing that's holding this from coming off.
The 2 bolts on top and the 3 bolts on the inside, or 2 bolts on the inside. So it would be those top ones,
This one.
and then these here that I've been trying to drill out for an hour and haven't got any luck.
Let me hit this one.
Yeah.
And this will fall off. My glasses are so fogged I can't see.
Fogging up.
Yeah.
What we're trying to do, guys, is figure out how to get this off so we can get this fender off. We've already got the step loose, except for the 1 bolt here. Just like the other side, we'll have to bring the bed back. But we need to get this off so we can get the last 2 bolts off on the fender, and then most of this side will be off. But we're never going to use this, so, you know.
I'm going to cut
Chop
this
suey.
up. You want this cut off?
Sure. I mean, really, we're still going to have to deal with these. I mean, we could cut these bolts off here, and that would do it instead of cutting the bars.
We could just grind it off.
Yeah.
Let me do this. Have we tried turning these?
No, but I'm willing to bet they're not moving an inch. So close. tomato. Looks better already.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a good start. That's a good start. And now we got most of the bolts off. So now we just gotta
Drill them out.
drill out, I think, 2 bolts and we're there. And be way down the road here. Yeah. Once we get this fender off, that'll probably come off with it. So yeah, so we're good. So we're down to literally this bottom one right here.
Mm-hmm.
And that one. That's what's holding us on right now, on the fender.
Okay.
And that one on the fender's already been started. So.
We got new drill bits.
Yes and no. Okay guys, we'll be back. Okay guys, so we got all the bolts out going around. What's getting us right now is a couple things. You see in there, there's a bolt going right to the top of the fender. We got to deal with that. And where's it at? It's right there.
Okay.
Right there. And then I think this will pop off. Everything else is off. And then, yeah, then we'll have this fender off. So stay tuned, more to come. That's where we're at. And we're going to give this hell. So if you're actually taking this fender off and you have this exact fender with the spare tire, remember there's a bolt back under here that you need to get off before you can drop your fender. It's and it might be one of the harder bolts you ever did in your life because there's just no real room, right, between here and here. So yeah, we'll be back. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. So we've been hard at it. You guys have been seeing those clips leading up to this. The rear fender on this side, on the driver's side, was a little more of a challenge than anticipated, mainly because of the spare tire deal. There's a bracket, there's a bar that goes here. You can see the outline of it, and the bolt here got us. And then up here you see these 3 holes, and then this one, they're the same as right there. They held that spare tire bracket, right? And it was just a fighter. There was a piece of that bracket and a bolt that came down that went right into the fender right here, and the only way to get that off was to, because none of the bolts are coming off, was to cut the bracket with a sawzall, to take the fender and dive it down and then cut it with a sawzall. But I mean, we're not using it ever, so not the end of the world, but we got it off. So as of now, we're in a pretty good spot. We did clean up the floor a little bit. It was absolutely terrible. But every time we move the truck, more stuff falls off. So, you know, it's a never-ending battle. But as of right now, where we're at, rear fenders are off. We got them back in the shed. Tomorrow, we're going to lift this bed up and bring it backwards to give us some space here between the back of the bed and the cab so that we can get to the bolt that's right there on both sides. And that's the only bolt holding the holding that on. So not a huge deal. So we're gonna take those off. We're going to rip this rear bumper off. But the good news is the rear bumper, I feel like I can get those bolts out. I feel like they'll zap out. So brackets are good. Everything seems legit. I'm gonna soak them tonight in PB Blaster and try to break those free, but I think we're gonna be okay there. So tomorrow, steps will come off, back bumper will come off, and then we're going to set the bed on the floor or on something. We're going to take it off, and then we're going to start disassembling. And we'll probably start here, take this out, and then start working the bed sides and the cross beam up here. Actually, that one. And then this beam, and get the tail lights off and so on, and totally get this disassembled to where it's just nothing to the back of the cab, right? And once that's done, we'll get all that put away and stored away for a minute, because we're not going to do that really in the next few days. I would say we'll be I don't even want to say. We should be working on this here shortly though. But what we want to do is jump right back up here to the front. And you guys have seen me, I've removed most of the bolts up here. So the core support's loose, right? Inner fenders are loose, same here. There's nothing holding them. The only thing holding me here on the core support are these two bolts right here. So other than that, the core support will come out. I do have to get these off, I believe, to get this off, this grill center section on both sides. So that could be fun. Probably end up drilling them out, to be completely honest with you. And then I got a couple bolts up here, but really this front should really blow apart really quick. So maybe. I feel like it's ambitious, but we might get some of the front taken off as well if the bed comes apart pretty easy. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But the hope is I would really like to have the bed and the front off of this by Christmas. That's kind of my hope, and we'll see where that goes, but we're trying. So, and you got to store all this stuff and everything. Now, something to look at, like we were talking about, it's exploratory, right? What parts do we need, right? So we believe that the passenger side bedside is good. The passenger side step is good. Okay, we're going to use that step. Rear bumper's good. Taillight brackets are good if we want to use them. The support beams across the back and across the front and the ones in the middle are all in great shape. Bumper, what else? We are going to make every effort to patch up this bedside panel here and use this bedside panel. Now we got a little bit of rot right there, which isn't the end of the world. We got some down here. It's pretty bad right there, but that's not horrible being it's in the flat. That's repairable. There's no weird anything in that, so we should be able to take care of that pretty easily. Now I am going to buy this step. That I'm not dealing with that. I think this step's like $100 and something bucks. I'll just buy a new step for this side. So what we know we need for the bed is one of these, the driver's side step, the rear of the bed cross panel here, and I'm just going to get the stock one, not the one with the bow tie or anything, just the stock one. We're going to get a new tailgate because we don't have one. And we're going to get the new a new wooden bed with these chrome or stainless slats that go across it. All of that will be new. And we will have a gas tank right here somehow. Now, I'm going to try and use the passenger side fender. I think we can patch that up. So we'll use that. So really the passenger side we're using, right? Bumper, really all the supports for the bed. The real question mark is this bed side, can it be saved once it's off and down to bare metal? And definitely not using that step. But otherwise, a lot of the bed is going to be salvaged and reused, which is exactly what we've been talking about, what we want to do. So happy with that. Same goes for the front fenders, core support, grill, all of that. Now, this center grill piece, I'm going to try to salvage. I know there's a patch here. There's a patch here. I've got some cancer here. There's some things I'm going to have to source. And that'll be what it is. Now, parts are available for this, so it's not the end of the world. But those things. Now, something I do think I'm going to buy, maybe, I might buy new inner fenders. Maybe. They're not bad. They're just a little rotted on the ends, which I think I might be able to fix. And I got a little cancer there. Really not bad over here. So, see how that goes. But that's where we're at there. So yeah, Apache, that's where that's at. Volkswagen thing, worked on that today as well. We got the emergency brake fixed, it was one of those deals where I guess I pulled it too high, and the button wasn't, the little thing had flipped over, so we had to flip it back so it would actually catch. But in doing that, we realized our cables were loose here. So we fixed that. And then Ron adjusted the brake pedal again, and now we have way better brakes. So the thing just keeps getting better and better and better. So that's a huge plus for us right now. So what else? We got the car trailer in our name. We got our new car trailer. We got it in our name. Today went with Don. Got a license plate. Got it registered. So that's exciting. And we are actually going to do a series on how to rebuild a car trailer, right? And this is the trailer we're going to do. So we're going to build a fairing on the front, a windscreen fairing. We're going to replace the wood. We're going to stain the wood or paint it, and probably put some sand in it or something for some non-stick or non-slip, so we don't bust our ass if it's wet. We're going to pour the bottom of this, go while the wood's off. We'll go around and make sure all the welds are good and it's supported correctly and nothing's weird, which we don't think it is, but we're going to check it. New wheels and tires, because guy at the swap meet's got the 8 or 10 ply trailer tires with wheels, brand new, for like 99 bucks a piece, so that's going to happen. You know, double check the wiring, go through this, and then we're going to paint it flame red. And it's going to match the truck, and this will be our car trailer to go pick up cars and anything else we might be going to get. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be coming some point over the next few months. We'll get on this trailer and get that done. So, and we're also got you see the big frame on the wall here. That's the frame for Big Red, Dad's dually diesel out here. We have to do basically a frame swap. So we have to take everything off of this truck, take the bed off, take the cab off, and then literally roll that frame out, and then take everything off of that frame, engine, everything, and put it on that frame, and put it all back together. So that should be interesting. We'll bring all that to you too. And we're gonna put a new transmission in the truck when we do it. So that's kind of fun. And yeah, guys, lots going on. We're busting our tail over here trying to get this done. That rear fender really fought us for about 2 hours trying to get the damn bracket. We got one thing off, and then the next thing you got another bolt, and then another bolt. It just kept finding things. But we managed to get it. Otherwise, we'd already had the steps off, but you know, it is what it is. I think a 12-hour day is enough for one for one night. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching Brown's Riding Custom. Please like and subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. And we're going to keep rocking. And tomorrow morning we'll be back with you and continue taking this bed apart. And I'll bring all that to you. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.